everybody, what's up? The energy that we're starting off with, I was seeing Seven of Pentacles, and then I was seeing Seven of Swords, and then Nine of Swords, which can show that it's like you have something going on and you're kind of like playing in the garden with it, and then you have something come through that may disturb you a bit, and it can be a time when you give something momentarily a power that it doesn't really need to have, and as soon as you put the flashlight on it, it just disappears. But it can be something that like maybe disrupts a process for a minute or two. This can be like something coming through, maybe you start getting worried, or there's a concern about something, or like something gets under your skin and it really bothers you. Whatever it is, I'm seeing that instead of like running away from it or looking away from it, to bring a sense of awareness to it, it's going to allow you to, it's like that thing doesn't have the power over you anymore. So that can maybe be something that's going on, that's being experienced. So the way that this reading is going to work is that we will see who the first zodiac sign is that comes out. And if a zodiac sign does not come out, then this will be a collective reading. But it's actually not going to be a collective reading because we have the star coming out. This is connected with Aquarius. So this reading is going to be for Aquarius. Welcome. This card is giving the feeling of multitasking to me. Okay, you have a new chapter starting. I'm looking at the star, I'm looking at Ace of Cups, but then we also have Four of Cups, which I want to clarify, need to know about this. Because I'd say, let's actually do this. Before having Four of Cups coming through, this can show that you're connecting with something, and it can be an exciting time. It can be like a time of maybe deep resonance, but then having Four of Cups, something is going on that can maybe turn you off of this situation. Now, why can this be? Tying back into what I was seeing in the pre-shuffle, maybe it's like a really momentous time, but then something's happening with you mentally where maybe you shut down, or maybe you disconnect a little bit and you're not like feeling as excited, or you're not feeling as connected, or you want to maybe turn away, or you like stop feeling something here where you were like, before it felt so bright and it felt so charged, and now something is going on where I feel like, I don't know, maybe you're like hemorrhaging energy a little bit here with that Four of Cups coming out. It can be something where it's like this grand reveal, but then the turning away even. But you know, with the Four of Cups, it can be something temporary where maybe there's just a feeling of it being something that's gonna like blow away with the breeze. See one thing ending and another thing beginning. Maybe that's part of it too. Maybe something is gonna like change a lot. What's clarifying the Four of Cups is Seven of Pentacles and Death. It's like, feels like something is arriving, and so your guides are like, hurry up, you need to clean up your toys, playtime is over, this thing is happening now, and you may not want to do that. You're like, I'm in the middle of something over here with that Seven of Pentacles and Death. So it can be something that, even though this new chapter has arrived, and it actually looks really promising, there can be something about it where it's like disrupting something else that you were doing, and now you have to end something else that you were doing, which may bother you initially, but then I feel a sense like you may end up coming around. We're going to see further and see what's going on with this, but that can be initially how you feel with this. Like you weren't finished with something and you can feel like you're getting stopped early. You know, you plan to play with whatever you were playing with for, I don't know, like 4 more days, and now your guides are like, nope, you have to be finished right now. So it can kind of like change your schedule. And I think that's also the thing with fixed energy, is that when we like get in our heads that is going to be a particular way, like this is the itinerary. It's like when something changes from the itinerary, it may throw you off and it takes some time to adjust. But that's not to say you're not going to come around. Okay, we also have Mercury and we have Taurus coming out here. Wait, guys, I'm so surprised by this, but yeah, I really wasn't expecting this. So there is an Ace of Cups that's coming out, which actually shows that there's an opportunity that's arriving, but I'm seeing, so we have that Ace of Cups, but then below the Ace of Cups is going to be the Eight of Cups. So even though I'm seeing like a door open like really wide for you, you can look at it and be like, I don't want to go through. It's like, it's a perfect opportunity for you to do that, but I see something that you may not feel this, and it may not be something that you want to do. And for some of you guys, it's because you don't want to be responsible for whatever this is. So it can be something where you could, it's kind of like, we don't always get to generate when opportunities happen. That really has to do with like astrologically what's going on and things that are being cultivated. What we do get to choose is whether or not we sign on for any given chapter. This is a chapter that opens up where you can connect with it, you can sign on for it, and you can do whatever would be involved in this. It's kind of like a class becomes available. And so your guides are like, hey, this class is opening up for you. Is this something that you'd like to do? But having Four of Cups there, you may decide like, no, I actually don't want to do that. Especially like having the Eight of Cups there. Why would you not want to do this? Below the Four of Cups is King of Pentacles. This can be something where, again, you don't want to be tied to the responsibility that would come with this. So it can be something where you're like, I'm not going to take that on for that reason. So even though you can, it's like, it's your choice what you want to be doing here. Maybe that's also the thing about the energy that came through in the beginning, because if you already have something that's going on and then seeing that Seven of Swords come through, maybe it's something that would mess with what you already have going on. And then in looking at it more closely, deciding like, I'm not going to give it that power to be messing around with what I'm doing. So yeah, new chapter and saying, no, I don't want it. I'm seeing it just be clear as day as far as this is concerned. Some of you guys, this could be a work opportunity. Others of you guys, this could be a relationship. I am seeing an Ace of Cups, so this would be something that you would probably most likely have to have like an interconnection with this. Like it's that type of chapter where it would require that of you. You know, it can be something like you have the opportunity to maybe like have an animal or something like that. It's like responsibility comes with it, but also would do something like inner, like it could be like on an emotional level or something like that. Or it could be like a creative opportunity when we have Cups and King of Pentacles, where it could be like, we could like, I don't know, like commemorate your work in like some type of way. Would you, or somebody's work is being commemorated, like would you want to like be on this, you know, to be involved in this and participate in it? And it can be something where you're like, no, I don't really want to do that. But I'm seeing it because you have something else in mind here, which I feel like is actually a very strong vision that you have and a willingness to back that up. And so you can have an idea of like a different type of chapter that you would like to create that doesn't involve whatever this is. Because what you can be focusing on right now is doing a type of work that feels fulfilling. And I do feel like commitment work and responsibility is involved with this, having King of Pentacles be dead center in the reading. So this can be, I'm not signing on for continuing things anymore that I don't want to be responsible for, I don't want to be obligated to. So whether you're looking at things that you have going on and you're like, gotta cross this stuff off the list, or gotta like go separate ways with these things, or it's even new stuff that comes in and you're like, no, that's not something that I want to take on. It feels like a time overall where if something is not supportive of this vision that you have for yourself right now within your life, you're saying no to it. So I'd say it can be a time when there's a lot of discernment, and I think also you knowing what is going to be a good investment, King of Pentacles, versus what is not going to be a good investment. Because with King of Pentacles came out, we have Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So it's like, if you look at something you think it's not a good investment, this is about recognizing that and doing what you need to do to turn away from that, or disengage from it, or deny it, or turn it down. But that you will take on the right opportunities, the ones that are aligned with your values. So it can be a time when you're like, I am clear on my values, I'm clear on how I show up, what I put my energy into, and I'm not just going to say yes to everything. That can be a big move that's being made right now. And it can be in like many, many little ways. Yeah, I get like, I don't want to take on more right now. So maybe also this next chapter that you're beginning is about, it can be actually slowing down for some of you guys, because I'm also seeing Four of Swords be coming out here too, connected with Ace of Cups, and we have this connected with King of Pentacles and Eight of Cups. It can be about like, what I'm doing right now is not putting more pressure on myself. I'm not signing myself up for more. I'm not creating more obligations for myself. I'm not doing anything that's going to make things more stressful. It feels like this is about your peace. And that can also be something like, maybe you're prioritizing your peace now. Maybe you're prioritizing stillness. Maybe you're prioritizing like centeredness and like a feeling of being calm, and not this like needing to run around doing a bunch of things. Okay, so we have Aquarius, we have Taurus, and we also have Pisces here. I'm also seeing Virgo on the bottom of the deck. I get the feeling too of you maybe not wanting to be tied down to certain things because you don't want to be limited in what you're exploring. Because I see there being a certain track that you're on right now, and it can be something where you're like, I want to have the freedom to explore my track in the way that I want to, and I don't want to have all these things tethering me and not really allowing me to do exactly that. So it's like, it's a freedom to concentrate on what you want to be concentrated on, and that there's really a major value to that, because I'm not seeing you walk around feeling aimless and like you just don't want to have responsibility and obligation. This is more so just being deliberate with what you're committing to, and not taking on extra stuff right now that's gonna not allow you the freedom that you want to explore in the way that you want. But yeah, I see actually like a real purpose to what you're doing. So as I said before, you're not walking around aimlessly. I'm seeing like actually a really particular track that you're on, and you can be making sure that everything you do is supportive of that, of you exploring that. And maybe this thing that pops up, you're like, I feel like that's not part of this for me. And that won't allow me to focus on really what's important to me right now. And I see that. But yeah, there could have been some maybe like needing to go through this and sort of like reassure yourself and understand why you were feeling like something was a no for you. And it's because of this, which I see this as being like very, very well thought out. You know, like there's no carelessness here. And some of you guys, there's some stuff that you have going on within your life that is very, very, very important to you with the Star, King of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So yeah, if anything takes away from that, let's say that you have like one really, really important thing going on. It feels like something popped up that may attempt to kind of like pull you away from that, and you being like, no, this is what I'm focused on. This is what's really important to me. And that there's like deep, significant meaning within this for you. And that's where your focus is. And this can be something that you are deeply, deeply devoted to with the Star and the Hierophant here in King of Pentacles. It can be something you're deeply devoted to, you're deeply committed to, and that this is where you are like devoting that energy. It feels like something very special and important that you're doing, that you have going on. This can be something that has a lot of like spiritual undertones to it too, whatever this is. It can feel that way, you know? It can be like teaching, learning, something spiritual, something prominent, something like deeply spiritual purpose related, like in that direction. And you can feel very focused on that. But I see still you looking at this and being like, there's still a lot to explore there. And I don't want to be limited by this, which won't allow me to go to the depths of that, because there's still so much more that I want to do with this. It can even be like a particular area of like study or like a subject or something like that that you're very connected to, or like a role that you're very connected to, something like that. It can be difficult to make this choice, but it can also be like, you know, that's the right thing for you to do. Yeah, I feel strongly again with the Hierophant, like you can have it doesn't have to technically be this, but this can be like a metaphor for it. It's like a very particular like area of study that you are involved with. Some of you guys it may be literally, but others of you guys it can just be like a subject that you're very connected with, like something like that. I see it being like very specialized. There are like specifics about this. And it can be something that maybe has layers and layers and layers and layers, and something that you are in the process of like really deeply connecting with and exploring. And that can really be what you're devoted to doing, you know, like you want to see maybe how far this thing can go. So yeah, it feels like not being connected with things that are not going to support this, again, whether it be like saying no to new things that don't align with this, and or walking away from the things that don't align with this. That those are the big things happening right now. And I think to help you better focus on this, because this is what you want to be doing. It's like it's some specific area of life that's being explored right now. And something that's very important to you with the Hierophant. But yeah, some of you guys, there could be certain, there may be certain things that you were responsible for that you're going to disconnect from so you can focus. I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit, but this message is coming through really strongly. Anything that's going to take away from you focusing on this, it feels like it can be a time when you end up disconnecting from those things. Because it can be a time of like very intense focus on a particular thing. Some of you guys, this can be a new chapter with... Some of you guys, it can be family. Others of you, it can be about what you're building within your life. And family can just be a, you know, a symbol of something. You know, it can be like your foundation. Yeah, some of you guys even too, you could be stepping away from some environment that maybe doesn't feel supportive or understanding of this thing that's important to you. But that you have to move through your own hang-ups to not get caught in somewhere you don't want to be. And that it's really important that you pay attention to what's resonating with you and what's not, because it feels like there are some really clear signals coming up that are like hard no's for you, and that you need to be honoring that it's really going to help you, because I'm seeing this be a very strong guide for you at this time. So you have full access to channel your energy where you want to. And so you're not creating something unconsciously that you don't really want to be creating. There's definitely this heaviness that I'm feeling to the energy, where there's something that's going on right now that can feel like if you do not focus on this right now within your life, there's like a big chunk of your purpose that you're not exploring. It feels like something like that. Like on that level. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.